In case you didn't notice, I'm Indian. And I love the fact that I'm Indian and I'm part of a country with such a long and deep culture and heritage. And I often incorporate that into my art, or at least, try to. That gives a sense of vibrance and visual appeal that I can actually relate to because it represents my home. But I feel like I've never made anything that's full on Indian, something that's very homely. So I thought I'll probably do that in this episode. So what is Camp Google? Well, Camp Google is 2 weeks of interactive activities and assignments for kids to help them make the most of their time while they're at home. Because they're at home a lot these days, aren't they? Sometimes I wish I was them. Man, it's a good time to be alive if you're a kid. So from arts to storytelling and coding, Camp Google has various assignments and you go to their website, links in the description, and you do the assignment. Like me, I'm going to do an assignment. You know what? On what topic? Well, I'm going to do what I do best, which is cooking. Just kidding, arts. So here's what we're going to do today. Like I've told you, I'm very interested in the cultural elements and aspects of India. I love that. I love the visual appeal to it. And I want to incorporate all those elements and inspiration and make something out of that thing. That is what I'm going to be doing. So let's get into that. So first up, inspiration. Where do you get them for this project? So well, usually I Google things, like everybody, but this time I'm going to be using Google Arts and Culture and their Crafted in India page. So this is where I'm getting sort of like most of my inspiration from. When I first came across this thing, it was a goldmine of visual references and information on the various arts and crafts of India. And I was like, man, how come I didn't know about this thing before, right? I didn't know about it actually. So I went through the whole thing, then discovered many art forms that I didn't even know existed and rediscovered certain art forms that I've seen before, loved it, but didn't exactly follow through on it because I didn't know the name of the art form. And one of such things is the Sikkimese art, right? The Sikkimese form of art. Am I pronouncing it right? I'm not sure. Yeah, I love that thing. So usually before I start working on a piece, I sketch things out randomly on my sketchbook, and that's what I did here. I was going through the Crafted in India page and collected information and visual elements that I liked and jotted them down in my sketchbook. And as I was doing that, I was also sort of pondering on what exactly do I want to make here. I knew I sort of wanted to make a illustration piece here, but I wasn't exactly sure what kind of illustration piece, doodle, yeah, something. It was just a lot of ideas here and there. Yeah, nothing tangible. So I first wanted to make stickers. So based on the inspiration and references that I got from the page, I made a little sheet of stickers, drew them on my iPad, printed them out, cut them on my own, and boom, I had some stickers. But that wasn't enough. I wanted to do something tangible, something real and traditional, something that I can hold in my hand. So I thought I'll make a full-on traditional piece. Maybe not full-on, half traditional piece. So the idea is that I wanted to make a piece which has a lot of these little doodles in it, like sort of combined all in one piece, and each and every single doodle sort of representing different element of this culture or this craft making process that is there in India. And man, I have to tell you, I didn't know that so many kinds of these art forms sort of existed where people are sort of making things like in embroidery form. Carving wood was sort of particularly fascinating for me, and the thing that really inspired me with all these Indian paintings, right, like the ones that I'm seeing on Google Arts and Culture and things like Kerala mural and things like that, right, all of these things have these very flat and clear style to them, meaning everything is so simple and it's easily communicated. Everybody can just look at a piece and they can go like, man, I can understand that thing. And to add to that, right, it's very colorful and vibrant and bold. And another thing which I really love about the Indian style of making art or these traditional forms of Indian paintings and things like that is line works, these beautiful little line works that is very clear, because I'm not a painterly guy, I'm an illustrator. I like cartooning, comics, and making stuff that looks childish. One of the biggest challenges I faced was getting elements right for the doodles, meaning getting ideas on what exactly to incorporate into each and every single doodle. Oh, should I draw this? Should I draw that? Because there were so many things. I was actually overwhelmed by the amount of information that was sort of presented to me, and I had to sort of pick and choose and limit myself here and there and choose the very specific things that were really interesting for me into the piece. And yeah, it was sort of challenging. The sketching phase is where most of these challenges happen. So once I was done with that, I sort of went into inking and inked the whole piece. It was really nice. The whole process of inking, I did it traditionally after a very long time, because I've been drawing digitally for a while. It's been a while since I've gone traditional, but it was really fun getting those inks on, getting the line works right. It was imperfect in its own right, but I wanted it to sort of be imperfect because people, all these Indian crafts or things are there, they are made by hand on paper in real life, and I wanted to sort of capture that imperfect form of things. And once I was done with that, I colored it on my iPad, so hence partly traditional piece, partly digital, best of both worlds. And I sort of really liked what came at the end of it and was very happy with the entire piece. I sort of did the assignment like the way I usually do things. So yeah, so that is the final piece, my fellow people. Hope you like that. That is the idea. If you want to do the assignment, click the links down in the description. Why can't I say links in description? That's a very hard word to say. Links in description. Links are in the description down below. You can go to Google's website, check out the assignment, submit your art form, make something. It doesn't have to be an illustration piece. It can be like a sticker, a clay model, this, that, whatever art form that interests you. Take inspiration from the Google Arts and Culture Crafted in India page and make something out of it, because it's going to be a fun thing, fun assignment. Give yourself fun assignments, good way to spend your time. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.